afternoon, Baton Rouge. Welcome to Valley Vision. I'm Abby Alonso. Joe Mitchell. We're going to do a quick rundown of all the sports today because we are doing our first, live stream?
Yeah.
Live stream?
It's not our first live stream. We live stream every day.
First show preview. Anyway.
It's an event.
It's an event. We are setting up at Modesto on the green turf, the tequila Mexican bar restaurant by walk-ons on, which street is that?
Burbank.
I am directionally challenged for anyone who didn't know. So the restaurant on Burbank, Modesto, we will be set up out there to preview the LSU baseball game 1 of the Purple and Gold World Series. That is tonight. We will be there after, but feel free to come swing by Modesto. We're actually going to have a pitcher or a gallon of, what's it called? Spicy jalapeno pineapple margaritas.
Yeah.
They are so good. You should absolutely come get one if you are of age. And then come hang out and watch Anthony, me, and David Foles, our baseball guy, talk it up. See, get into some fun stuff. But that is why we are going to have a quick show today. Got to get over there. We'll start with football, run it all the way through, and then get out of here. Mic'd Up is on after me, so we got to move fast. Okay, so LSU football has their second to last home game tomorrow, playing Georgia State. This should be an easy 10th win for the Tigers, given the. I know you're about to start posing questions. Hold on. The thing is, they can't see your face. So when you make a face, thank you.
Now they can.
When you make a face at something I say, I'd like you to be on screen so I don't sound crazy. Anyway, this should be a win for LSU. Their 10th win of the season. Should not be an upset, given the way that the offense is playing. But I do know that they have a good little running back over there at Georgia State that could cause some issues for the defense.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, yeah. I think our offense is too good. I think this is pretty much a beatdown. UAB last year, Dwayne McBride was the number one rusher in the country. And beat them by 30. So can things go crazy and go the wrong way? Sure, it can happen on any game. That's why you play the games on the field and not on the stat sheet. But I think we dominate this game. I think this is a huge Heisman game for Jayden. Just keep stat padding. To me, if you're an LSU fan, you're an Oregon State Beavers fan this weekend because they go to Washington to play and they could really maybe move Michael Penix Jr. in the Heisman rankings.
That'd be wonderful.
And then same for Bo Nix next weekend. So
that would be wonderful. This is another game just to help his case. It comes at a good time, given that matchup. By the way, I did forget to say we are giving away 4 tickets to the game tomorrow for anyone who comments on our Instagram post and subscribes to the show. We will be pulling that at the live show later. So right before the baseball game, we're going to pull the winner of those 4 tickets. They're on the 15 really, really good seats. So if you want to be there when hopefully, fingers crossed, Jayden Daniels locks this thing up, go comment and subscribe to the channel. Yes, Marcus Carroll, this should be a beatdown. I'd like to see a shutout. That would be sick. But, I mean, LSU's defense is 102nd against the run. And they do have a very good running back. So I don't think it will be a shutout. I do think LSU puts up some crazy numbers again this week. Jayden, like you just said, looking for him to secure it. And I say secure it because his odds dropped yesterday. We were talking about that, and we had no clue why.
Yeah, in the middle of the week.
Because they went from what? They were at 3.
I think it was I'm sorry. I want to say it was plus 330 or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was second. He had actually jumped Michael Penix Jr., so Bo Nix was ahead of him. He was second. And then all of a sudden, yesterday, he's back down to plus 400, and Michael Penix Jr. jumped him.
I mean, you got CJ Stroud like commenting on stuff saying Heisman and stuff. Like, I feel like everyone is, or mostly everyone is on board. What is the reason?
I will say there's never been we always like to point to RG3 and, Lamar Jackson and Johnny Manziel and all those guys. The years that they won, the years that those guys won, there wasn't a undefeated Power 5 quarterback that was having a Heisman season. So that, could see something different there, but I don't think it changes things too much.
I'm really not trying to take anything away from Bo Nix or Michael Penix Jr., but what Jayden is doing with the defense that he has on this team, it really shouldn't be in question. I already said this. We're not going to get into it again. Looking for him to have another Heisman game. Women's basketball. Mikaylah Williams. Mikaylah Williams. You're going to be hearing that name a lot. Why? Because she just set the LSU freshman record with 42 points on Tuesday. They had their field trip game, a whole bunch of screaming kids all over the PMAC, and she just casually dropped 42 points, 32 of which came in the second half. Incredible performance from her. She was 15 for 20 from the field, 5 for 8 from the three with 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Became the 11th player in program history to total over 40 points. Freshman Mikaylah Williams. Then she follows up in the press conference with, "My teammates just knew that I had the hot hand, so I applaud them for getting me the ball. I was just executing on the shots." This, just another, you just keep adding star power to this team, but like that performance was something serious. She's going to be a leader on this team, and you got her for 4 more years, dude. Kim Mulkey talked about how much potential the girls on this team have and how young they are. And she even said that she thinks Williams is just scratching the surface. Scratching the surface? She's dropping 42 points on a Tuesday? Scratching the surface? Come on, Mikaylah. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Joe's over there laughing. I'm pumped, dude. It's Friday. You're going to have a good day, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have a good day. And yes, I'm going to address it. There's some social media drama going on with the women's basketball team on Twitter. Now, I'm not going to speculate. I don't know what's going on. I'm not in those rooms. Really, no one knows what's going on besides the people involved. But I will say that Kim Mulkey addressed it last night or yesterday in her press conference. And before the reporter could even finish the question about what's going on with social media, what's going on Twitter, she said, if you're going to ask about social media, don't. This is not the first time. She's been coaching for forever. This is not the first time social media has been a thing, especially when you got all of this attention on the program. They're going to handle it. Mind your business is basically what she said. All right, Kim, you got it. So, yeah, I'm not going into that one. Y'all figure it out. I know y'all are a bunch of detectives online, so y'all can figure it out. Men's basketball, we'll switch over, is playing right now. Last I checked at halftime, they were winning by 1 point, 35-34 against North Texas. They did lose to Dayton yesterday, 70-67. Were they not up by 15 with, what'd you say, 4 minutes left?
There was not a lot of time left. I want to say they were up 4 with like 2 minutes left too. So you got to win those games. Good teams win those games.
Yeah, that's the second close game. Because remember, Nichols on Friday. Now you're losing to Dayton on the road in the Charleston Classic. They're playing again right now, but it's another close game. 35. Actually, can you, or
yeah, I got
do you have the score? Yeah. Check that score. Look, Matt McMahon said it on Friday that he didn't have those guys prepared for that game, but it Is this going to be a trend moving forward in the season? Do you know the score?
LSU is down right now, 52-50 with 8 minutes left.
It's not that they don't have talent on this team. I will say that Jalen Cook not being able to play this year definitely screwed some things up. And I think they're trying to figure out how to make the adjustments, knowing that he's not a part of the team for this season. But Mac McMahon, we talked about it, how passionate he got in that press conference, how he took the blame and stuff. But, okay, you don't have your guys ready for Nichols, and the first half was not good. You lose a close one. But this looks like it's a trend now. So what's the problem? What do we need to fix to move forward? Because if you're going to keep getting yourself into close games, that's fine, but you better make sure you come out on top, and it's not looking that way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's buy-in. I think it's building a program that's going to take a couple years.
For sure.
I know you're just talking about this year, but I do want to I do want to stay on it for a second. That whenever Matt McMahon got here, it wasn't. The program was in shambles, and I'm not saying that because it was Will Wade's fault or anything like that. Like, I actually am a fan of Will Wade. I know that's kind of a hot take, but I am. And whenever Will Wade left, all the players left. So he got here with an empty roster,
right.
Had to bring in guys, and now he's in his second season with, again, a brand new roster from last year. I want to say the only guy that stayed was Milwaukee Wilkinson. So
starting from scratch,
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be, and I think to even be in a game where you are up 15 with less than 5 minutes to go against a serious mid-major like Dayton, who is a really good basketball program, probably top 15 in the country. I think that is actually I think that's a sign that we're moving in the right direction, considering where we were when he got here. No. But you got to win those games.
I 100% agree. What's up, Darren? You're in the camera, so I had to tell you. All right, volleyball plays tonight in the PMAC. They are making the home stretch for the season, trying to get into the NCAA tournament. They play number 8 Tennessee tonight, so it's going to be a tough matchup. They are coming off a win against South Carolina, but they've got 4 matches in 8 days, so they're going to work. I'll be at the game tonight. Hopefully they come out with a win and we get a post-game interview. That'll be up on social. But we will be there after we go to baseball, because baseball does have Game 1 of the World Series today. Teams led by Alex Milazzo and Hayden Chervinsky. They're going to be playing all weekend, obviously tomorrow and Sunday. But we're going to get a good look, for a very close-up look at what this team is going to look like. This is going to be the closest thing you're going to see until the season starts. This is the end of fall ball for them. This is the big finale for fall ball. So they're going to be giving it their all, putting in a lot of it'll be a real game here. So we will make sure that y'all have updates on that. Check us out on Twitter. We'll be live tweeting both baseball and volleyball tonight. And yeah, like we said, we're going to be at Modesto around 3:00. Previewing that baseball game today. And, of course, we've got margaritas. So come hang out. We always love to hang out with y'all. We will be doing a vlog as well tomorrow. We had Grace Kelly on yesterday. She's a trip. You got to see her personality. It's going to be that on 10 tomorrow. So we're going to go through a game day in the life of Grace Kelly. Not something you're going to want to miss. So be sure to subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, all of it. We've got really, really great content headed y'all's way. Of course, we appreciate y'all, and we will see y'all in a couple hours, actually.